Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. Are you a goofball that loves Giants football? If so, sit back and relax as we talk about the team that both excites and frustrates us so much. And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs. I am Drew, joined as always by...
Me, Rob. Let's talk about this shit show game.
Oh, yes. It is time, guys. Once again, it is time for some therapy session here. Oh, yes. And a warning, as we always do in these post games, it seems, we're going to curse. Stuff's going to be said.
There's going to be a lot of fucking cursing.
Yes. So, yeah. Let's just get that out of the way right now. We're gonna fucking curse because
hide the wives, hide the children.
We should have won this damn game. We should have won this goddamn game. We should have won. Point blank. We were the better team for most of this game. Absolutely.
Majority of this game, yeah, you're right. We're the better team minus about 6 minutes.
No, minus about 2 plays.
Yeah.
It all came down to 2 plays that we had at the 1 yard line, and we couldn't get it in the goddamn fucking end zone.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you want to start off right there in the halftime. Like, my God, why didn't we get over? Like, how come Taylor went for the run? He should have went for the actual pass.
Well, here's the thing, though. He had the option. Why would you give him the option to run the ball?
No, that's an obviously pass and play because then you get 2 seconds on the clock to get a field goal.
But what I'm saying is you don't give him the option to run. You go for a pass. You had, I believe, 14 seconds left on the clock at the end of the first half here. You're on the 1 yard line. You have not a single timeout to go. You don't take the risk of getting no points when this is a team that has just been desperate for points all year long. You take 1 or 2 shots through the air on very 100%. Safe, very, very safe throws, and that's it. That's it. I mean, we lost by 5 points, guys. 5 points. Guess what? 3 points at the end of that half. We lost by 2 points. Field goal now at the end of the game because we didn't need the touchdown. We now won by 2 points.
Yep.
We should have won the damn game. And it's a split blame between Tyrod Taylor and Brian Dable, both of them, because Brian Dable should have never given the option of playing any kind of run whatsoever in that situation. And Tyrod Taylor has been playing for long enough to know in these situations you don't run the damn ball.
I don't know if you put the blame on Dave's with that, because if you watched him going into the halftime show, like, my God, he obviously did not
want pissed.
That option. Yeah, he didn't want that option.
Then don't give him the option. Don't give him the option, point blank.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you need to be on the goddamn horn with your quarterback saying, don't you goddamn run this ball at all. If you run this ball, I will take you out of the goddamn game and DeVito's coming in.
So that's what we should go back and maybe talk about. Maybe was it Kafka that gave him that
I don't
option?
care who did. In the end, they both have access to the mic. And he's the one calling the shots in the end.
Coach only has option to the mic for what, 15 seconds of the first minute?
It doesn't matter. You are the head coach. It all stops with you. In the end, you go on the goddamn horn and say, don't you dare run this ball. You throw it again, and then we hit the field goal. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm saying, like, Dave's only has what? The first 15 seconds of the minute he has on
Doesn't matter. Should have been the very first thing he said. Very first thing.
You're right. But I'm just saying, was it Kafka that maybe give him more of the option?
Again, it doesn't matter because Kafka is a reflection on Dable, and Dable had the option to say something. He should have said off the very beginning, there is not an option for run here. You pass, and if you don't get it, You pass the second time if there's time, and then if you don't get it again, we're hitting the goddamn field goal. You do not give him an option. You do not give him an inkling of a possibility of a run in that situation. That's what you do as a leader. You make sure the right thing happens. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
And he can be pissed off at Tyrod Taylor all he wants. And I like Dable. So this is not me like bashing Dable and say, let's get rid of Dable. But the blame goes to him in this scenario. The blame goes to Dable. Because in the end, he's the guy who's supposed to make sure that doesn't happen.
100%.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. He can be pissed as much as he wants. But
and then the end of the game, we'll go right for the jugular here with that thing here because, we get a pass interference call right as the clock is, going down to 0. We get the ball on the 1-yard line for one final play, down by 5 points. This is really the game at this point. First off, I don't agree with the play.
No. Granted, with our unicorn, who hasn't been.
I'm okay with who we went to. I don't like the play in general. Like you have a very short amount of yardage here, and you're trying to throw it up high like that. I don't like that. But Waller was fucking held. Don't even give me that bullshit. He wasn't held. He was yanking on his jersey, moving his shoulder pads. That is utter bullshit. We cannot beat the Bills and the refs. That's what this boils down to. We cannot
the whole
beat
game.
the Bills and the refs.
The whole game, he was just being harassed, if you will. Like he was just.
I feel like all the Giants are being harassed. I mean, you had the one play, it was a 40-yard bomb down to Hyatt, who, thank God, we'll get him, I'm sure, at one point here, but thank God he actually appeared in this game. But a 40-yard bomb that Tyrod Taylor throws to him, probably the best ball he threw all goddamn day. And it gets called back because of a penalty because Evan Neal was too far down the field blocking. Even the guy working for NBC and going over there officiating is like, no, that's a ridiculous call. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's pushing the guy back. There should be no foul. Even the guy at NBC. Those guys try to stay as impartial as possible. The referee guys, whenever they do this TV analyst stuff. And this guy's like, yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of that.
But that's the problem we ran into. We didn't score touchdowns, and we can't beat the refs and the Bills. That's the two issues with this game.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't supposed to beat the Bills in the first place, but
no, but now we're pissed because we should have.
We should have beat the Bills in this game. Like, I texted you at the halftime. I was like, "Did we actually win this game?"
We should have.
Yeah,
we should have. And I knew it when that first half ended. I said this is gonna bite us in the ass. And I even tweeted out that I said I'm gonna be really ticked off if this does, and it did. It did, point blank.
100%.
It's really sad because you look at the other side of the ball on defense, and this is one of the premier offenses in the entire NFL, guys. This is a quarterback who's leading the NFL in completion percentage and is having a very good year as he has the last few years. In the end, the defense holds the team to 14 points. Josh Allen is 19 of 20, so good percentage-wise, but only 169 yards. They made him dink and dunk the entire damn way. Yeah. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, compared to Tyrod Taylor, who had 185 yards on the day.
No, he had 200.
He
had 200. He had 15 yards. The team lost in passing yards because of the sacks, but Tyrod Taylor had 200 yards passing.
Yeah.
He had 24 of 36, 200 yards, and no touchdowns, no interceptions. So you can make the case that they played just as good.
You can make a case that the Giants played better on offense. They just couldn't get it in the red zone.
I would say in the end, that's part of the offense, though. The Bills played better on offense because they got into the end zone. That's the job.
Yeah, I hear you. But, when your team puts up 316 and then the other team puts less than 300, yes, they got the touchdowns. But we just talked about, the refs kind of helping out the Bills a little bit here.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's 100% the case.
So,
but the refs didn't help out the Bills at the end of the first half.
No. I'm just saying, Giants offense actually produced this game. They looked good. They looked decent. I shouldn't say they looked good. They looked decent. And we can get together.
Well, here's the problem in the end, though. Is they look decent, yeah, but if you don't score touchdowns, that's what your job is score touchdowns. You got 3 interceptions, 3 field goals in this game. And it's like, if we had even got even one touchdown, this would have been a different game entirely. If we had one touchdown and not mess up that second half, that's the first half there, with getting that 1 yard run for some reason there. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, in the end, there's a lot of good in this game. And I've already heard some people refer to it as a moral victory. And I hate to use that term, but I have to wonder if some of it is. So let's go over real quick some of the guys who I think had a really good game. Because I think we need to give some kudos here. As much as we're pissed off about the outcome, pissed off about the refs screwing us every chance they got. But we need to give some kudos. So the first kudos we got to give, obviously, is to Bobby Okereke. That man was everywhere. He single-handedly was trying to beat the Bills.
Yeah, and he was the part of the reason that we had the interception. And was in second quarter or third quarter? Third quarter.
That was the second quarter, I believe.
Second quarter.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
But great game by him. Micah McFadden was out for a little bit there, but he had a very good game, I thought, as well. The secondary as a whole, I thought, really had a pretty good game here, except Dane Belton. That's the one guy I'm going to say is not. I'm not a Dane Belton guy. Haven't been for a while. I think he made some issues. He's one to give up the touchdown to the guy who hadn't gotten one catch all year. He's somebody I would like to see on the field less. I'll put it that way. But yeah. I mean, if you look at what the Bills receivers did, we talked about this in the beginning when we did our preview there, that they throw to Diggs and Davis. You have to try to contain Diggs as best you can because he's a freaking beast. But they throw to Diggs and Davis. Well, Diggs had 10 catches, 100 yards. I would say that's not a horrible outcome. That's about an average output for him this year so far. But Gabe Davis, 3 catches, 21 yards.
Yeah.
You took away the second option.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it like the Bills had 169 yards in passing, 100 to Diggs. You said 21 to Davis.
Yep. Not much else beyond that.
Yeah. So, the Giants did do a good job stopping that offense being a high-power offense, which is fantastic to see, but
huge. I'm telling you right now, if you had told me before this game started that we would stop, we get the Bills would only score 14 points, and that we would win the turnover battle 2-0, they would probably win this game. This is the stuff we talked about in the preview episode. Take away one of the options here that Josh Allen loves to throw to. Win the turnover battle. Don't be stupid with penalties. And for the most part, I feel like the Giants did that.
Yeah. 100% they did.
Yeah. Just can't score a fucking point for their life, but that's the problem.
Yeah. It's only been 2 whole games since they actually put an offensive score on the board.
It's been I think the third quarter of the San Francisco game was the less.
I mean, we talked about this here. We need to actually put touchdowns on the board, not just points.
Got to.
Because
it really is. So we got a couple other people I think we should give some kudos to. First, we have to give kudos to Justin Pugh, who apparently came from right off the couch college. Everybody saw the intro. I love that. But listen, Justin Pugh comes in. He's been with the team for a week. Starts right off the bat at left guard. Josh Azudu gets hurt. Now he's to start at left tackle, a position he hasn't played in years. Now, did he play a great job? I'm not going to sit there and say that. There's definitely some miscues he had and stuff like that. But hello, he's been with the team a fucking week.
Yeah, I was about to say he had some flags on him, but like you said, he's been with the team a week. And
he's been with the team a week.
Not only
coming off a major injury.
Yeah, and not only did he not play his original position that he was picked up for, he moved over to another position.
Yeah,
to make sure
playing the most important offensive line position against the best pass, rush team in the entire NFL through the first 5 weeks. Yeah. Kudos, Justin Pugh. Kudos to him. I think we also got to give some kudos, though, to one of the men, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
Because it's never easy coming in and starting in that kind of role like this when you've been sitting on the bench for the last couple of years. And I think he played well. And I'm already seeing comments in the chat here going, Tyrod versus Daniel Jones and that kind of stuff, because as we talked about in our preview, I wanted to see how Tyrod Taylor did with this offense, because I think it's a good litmus test to how much of the issues on offense are Jones and how much are the issues are Tyrod Taylor. And I got to say, after watching this entire game and, looking at everything there, I don't think I have an answer still.
No.
Tyrod Taylor, I thought, played better than Jones would have. I really do think that. That's kind of scary, but I do think Tyrod Taylor played better than Jones would have. But we still didn't score touchdowns. If you're not scoring touchdowns, you can't call it success.
I wouldn't even go that far. Did he do better where it's like no touchdowns were scored? Offensive line looked better.
Did they? Because here's my thought process. I was wondering in my head is, and we even tweeted out earlier, was it the offensive line looking better, or was it Saquon being there? Was that weapon back there enough to kind of make them not have their ears pinned back on the quarterback? But the other aspect of that as well is there was plenty of plays that Tyrod Taylor was moving out of the pocket, whereas I think that Jones a lot of this year stays in the pocket way too long.
Maybe, but I feel like Taylor had more time to throw the ball in general.
I think he did too, because he moved. That's what it boils down. He didn't sit there and wait for somebody to hopefully get open while he had 5 people coming at him. That's not going to work out very well. But how many times this season do we see Daniel Jones get sacked because he didn't see the blitz coming? I feel like that was quite often. I didn't see that with Tyrod Taylor tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he was better at. And again, I'm not saying that he's a better quarterback than Jones is, but I do think he played better tonight than Jones would have, and I do think he was better at picking up blitzes and reading the defenses than Jones has been all year.
We'll respectfully disagree on this.
I expect.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also not saying that's right.
Well, then you have to pick a side here. You can't just say that. You can't just sit in the middle here. What the hell? Pick a side, goddammit.
No, because there's different play.
I'm either right or I'm wrong. There's no.
Just there could be two truths to the same story.
No, there can't be. Truth is the truth.
There could still
lay
be
down
two
your
truths.
truthiness.
Okay, so Barkley played better, helped the offensive line play better. Daniel Jones hasn't had that all year. You're right, but Barkley steps in this game, plays better for Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor gets more time in the pocket, which Daniel Jones did not have all year. But because he moved outside the pocket and he gave him an extra half a second to throw the ball, you're right. I guess Tyrod Taylor had a better time throwing the ball than Daniel Jones all year. Oh, wait. Let's backtrack what you just said. Oh, yeah, right. Barkley helped the offensive line.
No. Hold on. I said did. I didn't say he did. I said did he. Reverse the words. I didn't say he did. I said did he. But what I'm saying is
Okay.
point blank is you could take that, but I'm already seeing people in the comments too about
Say that
Pugh.
Taylor looked
You have
better.
a guy starting at left tackle that has only been on the team a week. Okay. Do you think that's ideal? Or do you think having a guy that's been on the team for a few years being the left tackle is much better? You have Mark Lewinsky, who literally was benched starting in the game because of injuries. You have Ben Bredesen, who doesn't play center, playing center because of injuries. This offensive line, this lineup, probably this one was the worst of all of them talent-wise. Now, do they play better? They appear to. But again, the whole thing is, why do you think they did? And I think it's a combination of the two things. I think having Saquon back there helped. Again, the pass rush had to respect the fact that he might be coming out. But I do think also Tyrod Taylor moving around a lot helped as well. Because you didn't see any guy like coming right through unabated with nobody touching him, going and hitting the quarterback like you saw with Daniel Jones. Because Daniel Jones didn't see the blitzes to get them picked up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give some of it to Saquon because I think it's probably likely that him being back probably helped it. But I think the offensive line played better also because of who was playing behind them at the QB position as well. He picks up defenses better than Daniel Jones.
I don't have enough.
He's more veteran.
He's more veteran. That's great adjective there. But you're not wrong for saying that. But
he's more veteran. I mean, the guy's been around. Like, it feels like he was playing for
10, 15 years better. But I don't.
Yeah.
Tonight's game is not enough proof to say that, to me, that he played better because there's not enough actual evidence to counteract everything we just said. So,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying either way. What I'm saying is I do think that in the end, Tyrod played better today than Daniel Jones would have in the same exact scenario. But I'm not ready to say that Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
yep,
Because Daniel Jones,
like, I don't agree with that statement either. Like, I don't know if Daniel Jones would have played better or worse.
Well, let's rewind, and then we'll go ahead and put Daniel Jones in and see what happens.
All right, let's go. Hey, TJ,
if only there was possible.
Oh wait,
luckily we have 5 weeks of tape of Daniel Jones of seeing what abysmal player he's been all year long.
Oh yeah, and that offensive line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Except that one half.
Yeah.
Except that one half.
Oh wait. Did we get a touchdown on offense today?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying. Listen, in no way, shape, or form am I ever advocating Tyrod Taylor being the answer. Let me be very clear on that. Tyrod Taylor is not the answer.
I'm just saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying there's not enough evidence to say that.
I think we have enough evidence on Jones. We don't have enough evidence on Tyrod Taylor yet. That's where I'm at. I mean, even the 200 yards at that point that he got. So, the 5 yards. I'm sorry, the 5 yards. The 5 games that Daniel Jones played. He hasn't. He in 3 of those games he didn't even go over 140 yards passing.
Yeah, it's great and all, but like once again, the O-line played better. Barkley was in the backfield.
But did they play better? Or did it help having Barkley? Here's what I'm saying. Do you honestly believe that the lineup we had today at offensive line was the best one?
No, but we've already agreed that Barkley being back there.
But you're saying offensive line played better. And what I'm trying to get at is I don't think they did. I don't. I think having Barkley back there helped. And I think having somebody who's better reading blitzes and picking up blitzes and directing them, I also think helped. I don't think that they played better. There's no way in hell you can ever convince me that a guy who's been with this team for 1 week and now all of a sudden thrust into playing left tackle when he didn't expect it, and having another guy who was benched because he sucked so bad, and have another guy playing out of position because of injuries, and that's a better lineup than when we started the season with. Because keep in mind, Jones sucked against the Cowboys too.
Yeah, the Cowboys spanked us. That's the
But what I'm
difference.
saying,
That's-
Andrew Thomas, did he play against them? Did he play
Yes.
against the? Okay. Did JMS play against them?
They did. I hear what you're saying.
Did Ben Bredesen play the right position he's supposed to be playing?
Yeah. Listen, I understand what you're trying to say. We're getting there. But also, Barkley was back there, who didn't help that offensive line.
I'm just saying, much better offensive line playing a very elite defense. This is also a very elite defense.
Different defense, but yes, elite defense.
We got tape. I'm just saying, we got tape. So, like I said, my main thing in the end, though, is just we got to figure out a way to go ahead and score some fucking touchdowns already. We got to figure it out. It's got to get done. But it makes me wonder now, with the way this team played today, is there a chance that we have a shorter leash on Daniel Jones now because of this?
I mean, that argument could be made, but at the same time, we just had the argument about that. We did,
but I mean, if you look at the season here, Daniel Jones in 5 games got 884 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, been sacked 28 times. You know, we talked about Tyrod Taylor now, 200 yards in 1 game. So I better put him 1,000 yards if it had been hypothetically 5 games. Obviously, no touchdowns, but still no interceptions. Sacked 3 times. 3 times 5, 15. I'm just saying, I think there is potentially going to be a leash issue with him. And I do think at the same point that we're about to play the best part of this season here for us. I still think that. I still think this season's not over at 1-5, which is goddamn crazy. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, we've been talking about this from the get-go.
And you know what I was thinking during this game was going to be that, goddamn it, we're going to win this game. And you're going to hear all the people, oh, yeah, the Giants season's not over. Look at the stretch we have coming up. Like, well, we haven't been talking about this for the last how many weeks now?
Yeah.
So we have.
My biggest concern was we would have this and everyone like, is Tyrod Taylor the answer here?
Well, I think you're still hearing that question. We're talking about it ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that question is going to keep popping up until Daniel Jones gets off his ass and does something. I hate to say it that way, but I do. You know, like I said, I have a lot of respect for DJ as a person. I think he fights his tail off for this team. I think he works his butt off for this team. I have not a single concern as far as him and his personality. I just don't think he has the processing capability to be an elite quarterback in this league. And if you don't got it and you can't be elite, I don't need you. Getting to the playoffs is not good enough. It's a start. Winning 1 playoff game, great. That's a start. I don't think we can ever get to Super Bowl with him. And if we can, it's time to move on.
Games has Tyrod Taylor won?
Oh, I'm not suggesting Tyrod Taylor's the answer again, though. I'm not suggesting that. That's why I said this earlier. I am not suggesting by any shape or form that he's the answer. What I am suggesting is he might be the temporary answer.
I mean, you just paid DJ a buttload of money.
Yeah.
He's going to be our quarterback.
Oh, he is. But again, if he comes back from his injury, we're playing weaker competition. We're start playing the Commanders, the Jets, even though I know they beat Philly today, the Raiders, the Commanders again, the Patriots, the Packers, the Saints. We start losing to those teams badly, and the offense can't get shit going. I'm not upset if they pull DJ at this point. Again, not that Tyrod lit up the scoreboard, but we did not get embarrassed like we've been lately.
But it's also not. But in the same aspect, what kept us in all those games not getting super embarrassed was what? The defense. What kept us in this game? The defense.
100%.
So if the defense let it up, we would have got embarrassed. So
I don't.
we
What
can
I'm
do a lot
saying
of
is,
like finger
but
pointing.
what I'm saying is, you're talking about the overall. What I'm saying, the offense was not embarrassed today. I felt like we did actually move the ball. Now, did we score the touchdowns? No. Did we mess up at the second half? Yes. Did we get fucked over by the refs at the end of the game? Yes.
As you said, we got some terrible calls.
But I was saying,
And lack of.
let's say hypothetically we score a touchdown at the end of both halves. Okay, just hypothetical for a second. Okay, we got 14. We got 23-14. We win. 24 points. That's not a great outcome. Don't get me wrong, but it's a whole lot better than we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, granted, even if they played right and had field goals, like we were saying before, it would have changed the game.
Like I said, it's just things that got to be talked about as we progress and as the season progresses here, because I like I said, I'm done with Jones. I've given up, and I think that in the end, we ruined him probably. But I still think that what you can't teach is mental processing speed, and he just doesn't have it. Not trying to say he's stupid. I hate when people think that I mean that when I say that kind of stuff sometimes.
But say
I just don't
Duke.
think. It's a skill you have or you don't have. Same as you ever meet that really intelligent person that can't do math very well.
Yeah, or the really smart kid that doesn't have social cues.
Yeah, it's a skill. You either have it or you don't. I just don't think he has it. So, but like I said, in the end, I think this was a much closer game than we anticipated. I think that's positive came out of this. Like I said, and now we have the good stretch coming through of easier games. So, all right. So let's go ahead and pay the bills real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and let's read off some of the comments here. So if you guys have any comments, any thoughts in the game, feel free to go ahead and show them in the comments section there.
Enjoying the show? Looking for more goofball action? Consider a membership at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Memberships start at just $5 and give you additional goofball access. One-time support payments also available starting at just $3. buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs.
All righty. Let's get to the comments here. So Deb starts us off with freaking Taylor. Probably still pissed off at that first half because,
Deb, you can say fucking Taylor. It is family therapy time.
Maybe she wants to not cuss, okay? Maybe she's not a hooligan like us. Okay?
I'm just saying she's allowed to. She's a
classy person. John says...
way classier than us.
That's not saying much. John says, why wouldn't you use Barkley at the end and again before halftime? Could have got a field goal there too, maybe a touchdown. Shake my fucking head. I almost said smack like I always do. Yeah, I think if you use Barkley in a screen pass or something like that, that would have been a tolerable thing, but I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm really at a loss for how we let that happen. I just don't get it. John says Jets win, but we had two great opportunities and we blew it, getting points. Unbelievable. I'm freaking pissed. Now, John, I know you're not classy. You don't have to say freaking, okay? You can cuss away. I know better.
I mean, we can see the sense of mouth right there.
And then he says, I can coach better than that bullshit. There you go. There's the cuss words. You
can say fucking bullshit. That's fine.
And then John says, I know it's past 11:50. Where you at, Goofies? And he says that when there's already been multiple comments. We've already started the program and everything. Sheesh.
Right?
He says, then he says, use that guy's voice for a cup of coffee, which I'm assuming he means the therapy session video thing we did in the beginning. John says, should have told Eli to shut up. He would have won this. Huh? I feel like I missed something there. John, explain yourself. Anyway, John also says, do a crossing pattern or send Barkley out to the side. Any of those plays would have won each at the end zone. I didn't like the play personally. You're having a float out. You're expecting him to win a catch ball, and I get he is a tall guy, he's a big guy, so he should be a guy that could win a catch ball scenario, but a catch ball is still not guaranteed. Let's see, John says Waller's supposed to be end zone guy. WTF again? It's a jump ball, and I'm not blaming Waller at all in that. He got held. That should have been a penalty.
He got molested.
Point blank. John says should have been 3 upsets today. Jets, Browns, Giants. He also says above is supposed to say Eli suit up. Oh, so he's saying Eli should have shoot up. John Lewis up, man, says they haven't scored an offensive touchdown in 9 quarters. 1 in 5 is no moral victory. Listen, 1 in 5 is not. I'm not suggesting that, but I'm saying I can get where people would sit there and say that this game specific, this game is a moral victory. And it is. Now, it's a matter of whether you worry about moral victories in the end. But I think the defense is playing with some confidence. I think that's a good thing when one side of your ball is having some confidence. Now we just have to get the other side of the ball healthy. You know, DJ may be coming back next week. Saquon is back now, gets a little healthier each week as we go along. Hopefully Andrew Thomas comes back. Hopefully, JMS comes back. And maybe we can get to the point where we score 20 points a game and we can win these kind of games. I think it's safe to say we'll never be an offensive juggernaut this year.
No, at this point.
Unless they change the schedule, we play the Broncos or something. I mean, but in the end, this is the kind of games we're going to win. The games where we stop the other team from scoring more than 2 touchdowns, and we just luck out and get 17 points or 21 points or whatever the case may be and squeak one out. See, John says, so big question is, did Tyrod prove he handles it better than Daniel Jones with the O-line? We went over that there, but yeah. John says 2 field goals would have won. Exactly. Should have won the damn game.
Yep.
Deb says, I don't think Tyrod did any better than Jones. O-line was better tonight. And
thanks, Deb.
Again, I thank you for making me have to deal with Rob being all cocky, when he said down. But no, like I said, I still think there's other factors besides the line part. I really do.
There's a lot of issues going on with this team.
John says, I don't know, Deb. My brain is freaking out to be that close and lose. So frustrating. And then Deb says, frustrating get better. I don't think Tyrod was any better. John says, I hate staying up and losing, especially when it's a game that was winnable. Yeah. That is definitely extremely was frustrating. I could take it when we lose to a good team and it's a close game. But when we lose to a key team and it's a close game, and it's only close like this, and we lost like this because we did something bad, not good. Not good at all.
No.
John says, well, they didn't sack him 11 times, but Pugh was there today and Saquon, so that helped. Deb says, I'm with you, Rob. O-line was better.
Thanks, Deb.
John says, Drew and Roberto both right. I just wish Saquon didn't play then. We'd know. Saquon for playing. Kevin says, no moral victories. We lost. John says, we were stuck with Daniel this year and next unless someone wants to trade for him. I think San Francisco would take him. Can't pretty. I don't know. It's CAYS Purdy. Cheap. They can afford him and have quality backup they need. I don't know what's paying him to be a backup. Let's be very clear on that. If anybody trades for him at the end of the year, hypothetically, it's to get a bridge quarterback for a year because either their starter got hurt or they want to sit a rookie for a little bit. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
John says, I still think Alex Mago in Green Bay would play better. And in the draft, don't get Caleb. I'd rather get Michael Penix Jr. See, we got Bright says, Taylor is way better than DJ, hands down. Ooh. You got the bold one. Hot takes. John says, but Penix doesn't run. Alex Mago can, and we can get him cheap. He's been allowing this guy forever. It says if we lose fighting, I'm okay, but I want to at least give great offense and defensive games, competition, not just get beat down week in, week out. At least we didn't get beat down today. At least We did not get beat down, at least. He says, sad part is I'm 54.5. I like how he does the half thing. Listen, once you're like over 4, John, you stop doing the year and a half thing.
Yeah.
I hate watching my team lose all the time. Yeah. I'm 41 1/3.
Yeah.
He says, we need to at least be competitive, sling the ball, run the ball, get sacks. Even it's at least the game was fun, not these beat downs. Like, yeah, we didn't get beat down this time. We didn't get beat down.
No.
John says that's what calculator is for, Drew. LOL, joking. I know 2 + 2 is 22.
It's Jello,
suiting
God.
up. And then he says, Norris and Hardy, who the fuck are these guys that score for the Bills? So there we go. There's the cursing thing we expect there fully from John. Yeah, like I said, it is what it is, guys. We should have won this game. We messed up, and we're not a good team right now. And what do good teams tend to do? They find a way to win. What do bad teams find a way to do? They find a way to lose. Guess what, guys? We found it.
Oh, we found it for the past
we
6
found
weeks.
It.
Sorry.
We found it. Oh, excuse me.
4 weeks, we won once,
yeah.
and then we
definitely
lost there.
Don't you dishonor our one win.
Yeah. Our one good half.
Yes.
We had
against one of the 2 unwinnable teams. They can't win.
That's not true. Arizona won and they beat the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right. They did. They beat the Cowboys. I forgot
they beat the Cowboys. And I picked up Dobbs for fantasy because I couldn't put Daniel Jones in this game. Oh, jeez.
The Panthers are the last teams who not have a win and a loss.
Wait, did the Panthers win?
No, Panthers are still unwinnable here. Yep, 0-5. 0-6 now. 0-6. Yeah.
Oh, they almost. Yeah, they were close.
Yeah, it's not horseshoes or hand grenades.
Yeah.
So,
alrighty,
guys.
It should say close because it's 42-21. It was a close first.
Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we gotta like I said, we gotta look forward now to the good games coming up. Commanders next week. It's the one team that even in the worst of Daniel Jones's years, he's been able to beat them. It's the truth. Remember that one year he had like 3 wins, I think it was, and 2 of them were against the Commanders.
I was about to say he finds a way to beat. He finds a way not to lose to the Commanders.
Yeah, I don't know what they did.
They won.
They hurt him, but they hurt him somehow. So, like I said, we'll have that game coming up here for you guys. So that'll be a good one because, like I said, the Giants tend to play them very well. Like I said, just take a look at that schedule coming up, guys. I'm telling you, this is not over yet. It would have been a whole lot easier if we did win today, which we should have, but we're still good. We're still good. 1-5, and it's weird to sound hopeful, but we've gotten, if you think about it, all the games now against the really good teams that we're going to play all year are gone, except the second game against the Cowboys and the 2 against the Eagles. But we're 6 games in, guys. We have 11 more games to go. And those 11 games, 8 of them are against winnable teams.
Yeah.
This could still be a good season for us. We just have to win when we're supposed to win and stop this bullshit of what we're doing.
And we said it too. If we come in here and still get 9 wins like we did last year, we still won. We had a good year.
Yeah. Listen, anytime you come back from 1-5 and go even 9-8 at that point, you're still doing damn good. That's a damn good comeback.
Well, I mean, we were saying last year we had an easy schedule. I mean, we got 9 wins, 9-7-1. If we come out and be 9-8 this year, we still won the year, even going into being 1-5.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just even
schedule.
You got to add the comeback now into that, though.
Yeah. Oh. Kim Kardashian style.
What?
What?
What? Oh my God. Alrighty, guys. So we'll be back on for you guys again tomorrow night, going over all the games that happened here today. going ahead and give you guys all the news, all the breakdowns the NFL week, who got hurt, who didn't get hurt, who got butt hurt, who, all this kind of fun stuff there.
What quarterback started and what quarterback's not starting. Yeah.
What quarterback might have season-ending surgery.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint, it's a rookie. So, we got a lot of stuff to go over with you guys there. So we'll do that tomorrow night for you guys. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that follow, hit the like on the video if you're watching it live as well, too, guys. That definitely helps get everything spread out there for you. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. As always, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and of course, Rob's favorite, my LinkedIn
Drew's
profile.
LinkedIn.
Who doesn't love my LinkedIn profile? And of course, we're live. I said live, but we are, of course, the next day available on all the audio podcast platforms as well for you guys. So, go ahead and check those out if you haven't already. Here's the list there for you guys who are watching video, so you can see all the different fun stuff that we are on. Like I said, we are on pretty much every single major podcast platform there, audio-wise. Of course, like I said, we will be back on for you guys tomorrow. Should be pretty much a normal schedule this week there for you guys, barring any kind of big news. So Monday, they'll have the recap of this week of action. We'll have Wednesday, our picks episode. We'll have Thursday for you guys, also our preview of the Commanders game. So buckle in, guys. We're going to have a fun week here. So we will see you guys here on Monday. And as always, Giant fans,
Go G-Man! G-Spot.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support. If you made it this long, you must have enjoyed it. So I am sure you have followed us on all the social media platforms. Of course, you have subscribed to the show on your favorite app as well and given us a top rating. Right? Right? Right?
Thank you to those who have signed up for our silver gold levels of membership at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs.